Here goes nothing.
The only thing we have to fear is beer itself.
Beer. So many choices.
Oh, we no function beer well without.
Woohoo! Beer!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Busters. We're going to bring in the news and reviews, of course, of your favorite brews. I am Dan Baker, and I am joined virtually by my co-host and brewologist,
Steph Hefner.
and of course the demented and fermented
Wayne Baker. I'm actually here.
He's actually here. We're sort of following social distancing. You and I aren't.
Well, we live together. We really...
I know, that's true. If one of us gets it, we're both fucked
We
anyway.
shit in the same place, Dan. It doesn't matter.
This is true. So this is, of course, a very strange episode because life is strange right now. And I don't really know how this is... I'm sure it's going to be great. You know, the three of us are here. We have an awesome guest we'll intro in a second who's a very good and old friend of the show.
Can I just interject real quick?
Please.
I just tried to type social distancing on my phone, hashtag social distancing, and I accidentally wrote social fisticing.
Nice. I've been calling it social distancing.
I think that's the name of the episode.
Probably.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it's, life is strange right now, and obviously I don't want to harp on it too much because we're all being told the same things from various different angles. And we didn't want to not put out an episode because we owe it to you, the good people that are listening to this episode right now. But it's strange. This is definitely going to be a different format, kind of winging it for the most part, but I feel like we'll get something worthwhile together. Don't forget, you can find out where Wayne accidentally said social fisticing.
Oh, I fixed it. I didn't post it.
Oh, man. Well, follow us anyway at Beerbusters on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook, we're Beerbusters Podcast. There's beerbusterspodcast.com. There is patreon.com/beerbusters. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, please do not feel obligated to support us on Patreon if your financial situation has drastically changed recently, as it has for millions upon millions of people. We completely understand, but if you are able to support us and continue to do so, that is awesome, and we appreciate it. And I will get off my ass at getting more content pumped out on Patreon in the near future. I promise.
Yeah, I feel like we could all make an effort to do that. So I'll try to chime in too. Well, we mentioned our guest earlier. We have not introed him yet, and this is already out of order. We have joining us virtually from what looks to be his basement, Mr.
Kevin Keller.
Hey, man, how are you?
Not too bad. How are you guys doing?
All things considered, I think we're doing okay.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, Kevin, people out there know you, listeners, longtime listeners know how many times we've had you on the show and the various endeavors that you've been on. You have a very storied history in the beer community.
Yeah, I mean, Bart took me under his wings from Hopheads and kind of helped me get my foot in the door, and then Evil Genius for years, and then hopefully see where Prototype goes.
Yeah, well, I feel like we should mention that we were going to be part of the event that you were going to have on the 4th, which is tomorrow as of recording, in the past in podcast time. But obviously life got weird and it's not happening in April anymore. But why don't we start off with what the hell is Prototype? Are you starting a brewery?
Maybe. I've worked for Evil Genius for going on 4 years now. I made a lot of connections, a lot of friends in the industry. And I wanted to do something that I had more control over. That if I was, in Portland, Oregon, I could be like, yeah, I'm gonna go brew a collab beer with someone without having to ask the bosses, for lack of a better term. So I came up with this idea of doing a side project. I know a lot of brewers kind of have their own thing where they brew under their own flag, essentially. So that's what Prototype is. This is probably the 5th iteration of this idea, and it finally took off. I got a heck of a push from my wife, Sarah. She's been on me about actually taking the dive, so that's kind of where it's at right now. Right now, it's more of a collab program more than anything, and we're going to do event planning and fests and kind of build it from there and see where it goes.
Very cool. What so looking at the limited information that's out there on the interwebs, at least your Facebook has it that you are a brewery and meadery. Yeah.
So there are technically 3 of us involved. Myself, I don't have the patience to brew, so I'm kind of just the numbers guy. And
no, you're the ideas guy. We decided this years ago.
Yeah, I'm not the practicality guy. So there's myself. Brett is a mazer, I guess is the technical term for mead maker. He hails from like the Sealands Grove area. He's been making mead at like a homebrew level for a while. His meads are absolutely amazing. So he came on board and really wanted to be a part of this, be a part of something bigger. He was going to open a meadery on his own, and we're like, hey, just join us. You know, we have some connections too. We know the guys from the crew from Haymaker. I know the guys from Garage East. You know, we have a lot of connections in the mead world too. So it's really cool there. And then the third person is Cliff Plank. He has been around. He was with Chatty Monks at Tattered Flag. Now he's at Appalachian Brewing as one of their lead brewers. So kind of the 3 of us, our baby. And then I have a couple other people just kind of helping out and giving some expertise. I've been consulting with some folks, but it's mainly the 3 of us.
So if Cliff is at Appalachian, you're at Evil Genius. Are you guys still going to do your, I guess, day jobs, your beer day jobs, and this is just like on the side?
For sure, yeah. Still got to pay the bill somehow. So, we're going to kind of stick with our full-time jobs and see where this goes and build a brand. If it takes off, maybe open something. But at this point, beer industry is kind of scary. It's really taking...
Not just the beer industry, we should say.
Yeah, but even before all hell broke loose, the beer industry was in such a weird place. So I don't. Well, we kind of all agreed that we're going to kind of ride the wave and see where it goes. If it seems like it can be a long-term career with being an owner, awesome. If not, just ride it out as much as we can and do some collabs, do some fun stuff with it. Kind of just honestly have fun and see what we can do.
Yeah. And you were at Evil Genius, you were more or less spearing the collabs that you guys were doing there too, right? Like that was mostly you?
Yeah, I did 4 or 5 collabs.
Yeah.
Between the most recent one we did with Great Notion. We did the big one with Sheets, which was a really cool project. Against the Grain and Aslan. I think that was it. Yeah.
Kevin, you have a lot of connections and you have a lot of friends in the industry, but you've also seen, the dark side very well. And I have to say, I'm kind of surprised that you're continuing to go down this path as a potential brewery owner. What do you think you're doing differently, or what knowledge do you think you've gained
what
from
makes you
all
so
of your...
special?
Yeah, what makes you so special that you're not going to fuck it up like all the rest of them did?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. There's a lot of things that I see other breweries doing that I'm like, yeah, you can't do that because you're going to absolutely tank your sales. You got to stay trendy with the times and keep brewing what people are demanding, supply and demand. You got to have good business practices. You got to have a combination of really good beer, really good business practices, trendy marketing. Like Evil Genius does such an amazing job at the marketing that it definitely helps bring people in to try the liquid. Liquid's really good, which gets people to come back to it. But, there's a multitude of different things that we, not only myself, but the other guys see in the industry that we're like, all right, we'll live vicariously through them and make sure we don't make the mistakes that we've seen others make. And yeah, it's tough because again, the industry's going in a weird direction. And if you'd ask me what I thought the industry is going to look like in 6, 12, 18 months, I have no clue.
Now, you also tend to hang out with the cool kids, as it were. Just listing the people that you collabed with, looking at the list of the breweries that you're including in this event, which I'm sure we'll talk about at length in a bit. How are you going to quickly catapult yourself as one of the cool kids at Prototype?
Hope people like us.
Lame answer.
No, the beer industry is so tight knit and so willing to help each other out. We have a ton of opportunities right now of just going and brewing and learning from other people of, some of the styles that we may not be experts at making. And, there's everyone has their own different way of making something. And if we can learn from multitudes of different people that are making top-notch product, and meld that into kind of one under one roof, I think that's definitely going to help. You got to have premium liquid at this point. Line life is dead. People aren't lining up for beer, so there's so many options out there. You got to differentiate yourself.
And even if they were right now, they'd have to be 6 feet apart. Those lines would be so long.
There's one brewery in Pittsburgh that wasn't practicing social distancing and got blasted over the last couple days. So,
oh, I had not seen that. Oh boy.
Jeez.
Kevin, do you think there's also something to be said about being in the right group? Do you think that because you are already associated with so many popular breweries, perhaps that will give you a jump?
Yes and no. I mean, each,
or maybe it puts more pressure on you.
It does, because you got to make stellar beer right out of the gates. But I mean, we're each other's hype boys. So we're always like, you got to try this. This new beer that these guys are putting out, new brewery. So I mean, it puts tremendous pressure to kind of keep up with the field for sure. But yeah, I don't know if I answered your question or not, but
that's all right. You're good at dodging my questions. I'm used to it.
No, I don't dodge your questions. Come on.
Oh man. So if you said you're gonna mostly do like events and stuff, right? Like fests and events. Is that gonna be your primary way of getting your beverages out there? Are you gonna distribute? I know you said like maybe down the road if things go well, opening up a place. So I guess you'd have to rely on public events and maybe distribution.
Sure. Yeah, and there's right off the bat, the easiest way is to do events, host fests, and there's a couple different ways of going about it. The Evil Genius way of contract brewing, doing small batch stuff. I mean, Evil Genius has gotten to the point where it's huge batch stuff, but there's so much tank space out there available that you can do some smaller runs, some limited stuff. That's always a possibility, but primarily there's a couple breweries out there that I really look up to. Burnish, which they're opening in Salisbury, Maryland. It's Randy, who used to be the head brewer at RAR. He spent the last year and a half just going around and collabing, building the brand, really not doing much to bring in any money, but just building brand equity, because when he does open a spot, it's gonna take off. So I think that's the primary focus for a long while, until things shake out and kind of see what opportunities are out there.
Yeah, and I think that's a smart approach, given, I mean, what the beer industry at least was in the before times. Who knows now? Being so overcrowded and everybody's opening a space, everybody wants to get in the game, and not jumping into like buying a building, not jumping into buying equipment, but like testing the waters, kind of how you are with like this collab project, I think is really smart. And given the fact that the whole world has suddenly turned upside down, you're not sitting on a building that you're in the middle of constructing when all of a sudden, what do you do now? So you've kind of like braced yourself against a bunch of unexpected upheavals, both in the beer industry and just in opening a business in general.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've heard so many horror stories of people dumping their retirement into opening a brewery. 6 months later, the community doesn't really embrace it, or something catastrophic happens and they're out their retirement. And it's scary. It's scary as heck.
Yeah. And I the sort of slow and steady approach. I think we've seen a couple of people have taken that where they're either like home brewing and going around to festivals for years before they actually dive into opening a space.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you kind of have to do if you don't have the resources to like really start a substantial business. If you're really just going to have a corner, tap room, then you kind of have to get a foothold in the industry first.
I guess an added bonus too probably is so not only are you not sitting on property that you're either building actively, or say if you were already established paying rent on, or whatever it may be, it kind of gives you a leg up, because obviously nobody ever saw anything like this happening, but you have a unique perspective of how to form a contingency plan in the event of something absurdly grotesque like this.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many places right now that are struggling to keep the lights on because of what's going on. People aren't able to go and have a beer at their spot, and it's so tough. And there's unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be the only instance in the next decade that we're going to run into where it's going to be a tough time. And having a physical spot, having a mortgage to have to pay off, and bills and utilities and all that fun stuff is very tough to foresee in this industry right now. There was a podcast, Ethan from Stickman does his podcast.
Boo! Sorry, excuse me.
That podcast is fucking awesome.
I love everyone involved in that.
I didn't hear what Kevin said.
I heard something.
He said
about
it's
Paul.
because Paul's on it.
Oh yeah. Well, I know it's probably because Paul pushes the buttons.
Hey, what are we saying about my button pushing?
Your button pushing is top notch, and I imagine so is Paul's.
I'm on to you.
But you're also good on the show too.
All right, thanks.
Oh.
Sorry, we got. What were we saying?
I don't even remember.
Now, Kevin, this is not a conversation that we're just having now because of the current state with the coronavirus and all. This is a conversation that many people in the industry have been having for quite a number of months now. So now that we have this pandemic on our hands, don't you think it's even more frightening, the amount of especially smaller breweries that perhaps won't make it after all of this is said and done?
Yeah, absolutely. And you already saw it. Full Pint just announced they're closing. I think Monday or this weekend. I mean, I think it's going to accelerate the ones that were having some shortcomings. I think it was going to accelerate their demise. The breweries of PA guys always kind of highlight the closures, and I was seeing one a week in Pennsylvania for months. And it's unfortunate. So, yeah, I mean, this pandemic has really shaken up what the industry looks like. And once we get to the other side and everything, the dust settles, I mean, it's going to look vastly different from what we remember it 3 months ago.
I think it's interesting that such an event, I mean, because obviously the immediate focus is on the upheaval of everyday life and everybody's health and safety and people who are not going to make it through to the other end of this, unfortunately. But the second thought you have is the economic impact, and it's going to be interesting to see how, like you mentioned, that kind of is going to accelerate sort of the natural selection that was already going on in the beer industry with it being such a crowded market. But I think the flip side of that is if you're smart and patient, I feel like when things start to get back to normal and when the economy is functioning in some way again, there's going to be a lot of opportunity, I feel like. There's going to be a lot of real estate up for grabs. There's going to be equipment up for grabs. There's going to be people looking for jobs. There's going to be all sorts of assets available probably pretty easily and pretty cheaply.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of going back to the podcast that Ethan and Paul do at Stickman, I mean, one of the comments...
Sorry.
One of the comments that Ethan made was, you know, if you didn't get into the industry 2 years ago, wait another 3. Because there's going to be such a shakeout. You know, there's going to be stainless available. There's going to be spots available. Or there's going to be people available. And
I'm already seeing ads on Facebook and Instagram and everything for brew systems that you can buy now at deeply discounted rates because they're second or third hand.
Go to probrewery.com and look at their forum, and it's heartbreaking how many spots are like, oh, we closed, like got to unload all of our equipment. There's so many people that were so passionate about this industry and loved making beer, and you know, it kind of consumed them, and they just weren't cut out for it, or whatever it may have been. And there's so many breweries that we're seeing that are closing, and it's definitely heartbreaking.
I think there are some smart things that brewers are doing right now to try to keep business up. I'm
Absolutely.
drinking a Crowler from Broken Chair right now. Our friends here in West Reading, we're drinking Krampus Cranberry Wheat. And I forgot to grab a glass, so I'm drinking it right from the Crowler. It's really tasty.
That's acceptable.
And
I've done that twice this week.
I had their Schwartz beer yesterday, and it was probably the best beer I've ever had from Broken Chair. So I'm really excited that their beer continues to get better and better.
Absolutely.
But a lot of places like Broken Chair are doing takeout. A lot of places like Saucony are doing curbside, where you just pull up and you can call and order it and pay for it, and they bring it out to their car. Kyle at Oakbrook is doing growler fills. And right now he is sort of transformed the beer hall into storage space. He's like just stocking up on ingredients and brewing like a madman because their takeout beer sales are doing so well. So that's exciting. Bond Place, they're doing takeout to go sales every single day and giving free virtual hugs, which I love that.
Love
Francisco at Mad Chef, he's doing takeout sales himself. You can like text him or message him and he'll come out.
Speaking of
letting his staff stay home because you know, their fears of their safety, so he's sort of taking over.
Seeing Francisco every day posting selfies of himself at the brewery, like, I'm here to sell you beer, just let me know, is really inspiring. It's just the commitment that he has to keeping that.
I think one of my favorite, obviously they're one of my favorite breweries, and it's one of my favorite partnerships I've seen come out of this was Workhorse. They have their tap room in Center City now. They partnered up with a place called Pete's Original Pizza, or Pete's Best Pizza or something. But you can order a 4-pack of beer and a pizza for $20 to get delivered to you at a pretty sizable delivery radius inside Philly. I've done that twice so far. Probably going to do it again tomorrow. Not going to lie.
I was thinking about doing it tonight.
Yeah, I kind of was too. We can do you can do 2 for $36 if you want to do it later.
All right,
cool.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, but it's great. And, you know, I know Trevor's at Evil Genius.
Yes.
I stopped in last week. I got a mixed 6, and we got a crowler of the barrel-aged Purple Monkey dishwasher, which, by the way,
talk about that.
is literally, it's right. What? No, wait, and we're going to drink it.
We're going to drink it right now, whether you want to talk about it or not.
You better check it in on the Beer Busters on tap.
Oh, of course.
We will.
Wayne will.
All right. Well, I've been waiting, so I'm going to go ahead and crack this crowler open.
All right, cool.
You guys continue talking.
Let's do it.
No.
But it's something that, you know, we all have to evolve with it, and obviously the smart business people that are in the industry are evolving with what is happening, and, you know, we're all doing the best we can. One of my thoughts is, are we seeing alcohol consumption go up? Because I'm drinking a shitload more, which means sales are probably up. Yeah, sales are up somewhere, you know, but it all depends on, I guess, where. Yeah,
I mean, you know, you saw the state, because they're state employees, wine and spirits closed down.
Yeah.
So, you know, you saw distilleries really kind of jumping in on, you know, grab a bottle of gin or whiskey or whatever. But yeah, alcohol consumption has gone up because you don't have anywhere to go. Like, just drink as much as you want at home and deal with the repercussions in the morning.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
But, you know, alcohol consumption has gone way up.
I do want to interject real quick, and I swear I hope the last time I bring this point up specifically. There are a lot of us, myself included, that are still physically going to work every day.
Yeah.
I just would like people to remember that. That's all.
And then there's the rest of us who are working from home.
Yup.
Yeah.
Teachers.
Well,
Kevin,
Kevin,
Sarah teaching from home too.
Yeah, it's an adventure.
Kevin, I want to make sure you can see this. You can see me, right? I'm on camera. This is the first sip I'm having of it.
Hold on. I'll give you my opinion. Not too
can't even
bad.
see Dan's face.
Well,
I tried to slide over so he'd be in the frame.
I need a minute.
He was so overwhelmed by how great it was that he had to go off cameras for a sec.
I need a minute.
I don't have any evil genius in the house.
Me either.
Wow, it's pretty tasty. I like it.
Yeah, that beer came out really interesting. John and I had a conversation when he started barreling it, because there's kind of two schools of thought of when to add the adjuncts, either before the barrel or after the barrel.
Right.
And at the time he wasn't sure, and I was like, well, if you add the peanut butter early, you're not going to get it in the end game. So, he literally just put the base porter in the barrel. It picked up a decent amount of the whiskey flavor. So you're going to get that really up front. That's going to finish with like a really nice, like over the top peanut butter creaminess that we've never experienced with just regular Purple Monkey. So it turned out it's our Evil Genius's highest rated beer on Untappd right now.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think I agree that the peanut butter in the tail end does come in more creamy than I remember it being. And not that it's actually been a while since I've had the original Purple Monkey dishwasher.
There's probably a bottle downstairs if you want to grab it.
I'm sure there is. Maybe a little side by side.
That's the thing. I think I bought it thinking I would do a side by side.
Well, there's
I
still
went
a lot
to
in
the Evil Genius block party the other week, the anniversary John thing, and I had Turtle Power.
Revamped Turtle Power?
Yeah, I can't remember. When was the last time we had Turtle Power?
Probably a couple of years ago, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it hadn't been... Has it been 2 years since we made it?
It's been a lot longer than that since I've had it, I know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really cool that they brought that back and revamped it for the anniversary party. That was fun.
I'd always been pushing for like a Throwback Thursday series. Do like once a month, do like a vintage brand that we hadn't made. Like John finally brought back Naughty or Nice.
Yeah.
He tweaked the recipe a little bit and he like beefed it up and he's like, it's a barley wine now with like spices, but
it's a barley wine now. I like that.
So, but yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to bring back some of the old recipes with kind of a new twist on them. So
like the siren.
Oh my god!
When I went in to get the takeout beer, the cart with the point of sale on it has all the old labels on there, and there were beers that I don't remember. And turns out early on, they did like a 3-pack of beers that you could get, a 6-pack of like 2 of each.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never heard of the one, and I forget the name of it. And I was talking to Trevor about it.
They did 3 different ones. It was a pumpkin patch. They did the eyes, which was Evil Eye, Black Eye,
right?
Yeah.
And
there was something about like wit.
Will's wit.
Yeah,
Willy Wit or something like that.
Something along those lines.
Oh, that's an OG I'm not familiar with.
Yeah,
okay.
right. Yeah, it was definitely the old artwork and it was old.
Yeah.
It was like for that one, Forsaken, and
I remember Forsaken. Yeah. Oh God.
Oh,
there's
Hunchback maybe.
Hunchback Heffy.
Yep, I remember Hunchback.
Good and Evil. There's so many. That was way before my time.
I really enjoy this beer quite a lot.
It's really nice.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I'd actually like to be able to try the base porter barrel aged before the peanut butter. I think that'd be interesting.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I have not tried that either, so that'd definitely be something interesting to try.
Yeah.
Well, let's call up John right now.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah. John's probably John's probably doing something weird right now. So
He's dressing up like that Tiger King dude, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's
can
fucking
we talk
talking
about that?
I have not seen it yet. Jess asked me if I wanted to watch Tiger King, and I was like, I don't know that I do.
I don't think I do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes,
Really?
You do. Yes, you
I don't
do.
know. Everybody's fucking talking about it, so
it's way weirder than you would ever imagine. Even the Netflix series doesn't do it justice from how weird the whole situation is.
I don't even really understand. So it's like a reality documentary.
No, it's a documentary.
It's a documentary.
Yeah,
I meant it's like real stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
you know,
You need to watch it.
somebody got
It's
eaten
only
by an
7
alligator or
episodes.
something. I don't know.
I'm not telling you anything. You need to watch it.
All right.
And then we will have to have a whole podcast episode just talking about Tiger King.
Just talk about all the Tiger King beers because there's going to be 1,000 of them.
There's already 1,000.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh,
All the beers in the tanks that no one could sell because of the situation. They're like, yeah, it's Lion Queen now. Or something.
Lion Queen. I like that.
I want to know how they got John to pose for that picture. That's what I want to know.
I don't think it took much
Yeah,
convincing.
It didn't take much convincing at all. It was like, hey, John, Tiger King. He's like, no, say no more. I'm in.
That's all you had to say. Oh.
You guys need to do a whole line of Tiger King beers. I feel like this is just the beginning. If any brewery can pull it off, it's Evil Genius.
That is true.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know if the Tiger King fad is gonna last though.
As long as we're all quarantined in our houses, it will.
Yeah.
No, there's so you're gonna catch on to something else. Like there's so many crazy documentaries out there.
And
So
also,
what
I
should
think
I watch next?
that
Oh no, go ahead, Lane.
I was just gonna say I think the exact opposite is true. Since everybody's stuck at home, all they have to do is binge watch stuff. So the fads are gonna pass even quicker because you're gonna everybody's just gonna watch it in a day, and then they're gonna be like, all right, what's the next big thing?
Yeah, was it on Hulu? It's either Hulu or might be Netflix. John McAfee, the dude that did like the cybersecurity.
That guy's a fucking nut job.
Yeah, and he allegedly had someone murdered in Nicaragua or like Costa Rica or Belize.
Oh,
Or
I remember hearing about that before.
There's a whole documentary on it. It is absolutely insane.
Wow.
But yeah, and then he's actually CEO of a cyber company now.
Yeah.
In the States. But yeah, that's definitely a strange one too.
Okay, I will watch that one next.
I forget what it's called. So
You can text me when you remember.
sure.
You could probably just Google it.
So, Kevin, we said what we're drinking. What are you drinking?
The first beer. So I'm 2 stouts deep. This is gonna be bad tonight. So the first one is Evil Twin opened their New York City brewery, which is their first spot in the United States that they're actually brewing at, that they own. So it's their version of Westbrook's Mexican Cake. And the label is a shattered bottle of Westbrook's Mexican Cake.
Oh, that's cool.
Um,
That's pretty cool.
which is great. And then I'm sipping on right now All That Is and All That Ever Will Be from Treehouse.
Treehouse.
Yeah, which is their like chocolate syrup stout, milk stout. So I'm just crushing stouts because I'm out of Coors Banquet right now. So
Fair.
Hey, Coors Banquet is a great fucking beer, Kevin Keller.
if there's a day that Coors Banquet isn't in my fridge, it's a sad day. So
Well, I guess right now.
it's been a sad day for like 2 weeks. So.
It's a sad day for 2 weeks. That's funny. Well, before we drank this, Dan and I we plowed through some more of these. How do you like them apples that we still have from Naked Brewing?
They
when we
gave us like
recorded
a
there.
case and a half, and I'm
Yeah.
so grateful.
When we
so
were still allowed
grateful.
to go outside.
Yeah,
we got all this beer.
I gave a friend of mine who has a beer Instagram, a 4-pack of it, and he digs it. I'm not going to plug his Instagram because he didn't credit me for giving him the beer.
There you go.
At Beer Busters Podcast.
Wow.
Actually,
No,
just
aren't
on
we
Instagram, it's
we're
just
at Beer Busters
just on
Instagram.
Instagram, it's just at Beer
damn.
Busters. Yeah,
When'd you buy that one?
Do you buy Instagram handles?
Scoop that up quick.
Apparently.
I'm sure you
We've
can.
had it for 7 years, Kevin Keller.
Oh, hell
Has
yeah.
Instagram existed for 7 years?
You guys
Yeah.
It's existed.
Did
you're
it
the
exist when we
trailblazers
started?
on
Yeah.
Instagram. Jesus.
I don't know these things.
How long has the internet been around?
As long as Al Gore's been around.
I know, right?
Yeah.
When Al Gore was born.
So was the internet. I am the internet.
He was produced from the internet.
It's like that episode of Star Trek where Barclay gets plugged into the Enterprise and becomes like a super genius.
Side note, you haven't finished Picard, have you?
I have only seen the first episode of
Dude, all right.
Picard. Can I tell you what I've been watching mostly lately?
Oh, God.
I've been watching Planet Coaster Creations on YouTube.
What?
Which is a video game where you can build your own theme park.
Oh,
And
that-
there's
okay, that's
a
kinda
channel
cool.
that features like really elaborate things that people make.
Oh, God. I went boring. When you said coaster, I thought you meant like drink coaster.
No, like roller coaster.
I enjoy watching people make coasters for your coffee tables.
I mean, that could be interesting.
So, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like,
It's the same company, but it's a new game that I knew it's been out for like 3 or 4 years, but it's called Planet Coaster.
Wait, you watch it on YouTube?
Yeah, because they go. There's a channel where they go and like people submit the stuff that they make, and they go in and they go through the parks and they ride
So
the
you're
rides.
watching. Hold on, you're watching videos of other people playing the game.
No, they're not playing. Well, sort of.
Okay, that's actually kind of like the cool thing to do with the kids these
yeah,
days.
like
It's like
Yeah,
remember,
That's the reason Twitch exists.
but it's not really like that because like you remember like SimCity.
Yeah.
It's like if you took SimCity and you a big giant crazy city that somebody already built, and you opened up the game and just looked around the city. Only it's like
Wouldn't it be more fun to make your own city though?
it would be, but I don't have the game because it's not available on Mac.
Okay.
So there we go.
And there you go. That's what the beer busters are doing during quarantine. Watching YouTube videos, watching Netflix documentaries, and drinking a fuck ton of beer.
Pretty
and
much,
eating
yeah.
a lot of pizza.
I'm playing my own video games. I'm not
Good job,
gonna
Dan.
stream them. Mostly because I don't know how.
I do also want to mention that in my notes, which I haven't written any other notes except the episode number, and the
I'm
following.
actually typing notes in our drive.
Good.
ooh, baby.
I wrote prototype quarantine special.
It sounds just like a bunch of buzzwords jammed together.
Yeah, pretty much.
All we have to do is say uncertain, unprecedented. What else? We said social distancing a bunch.
We got quarantine. We got Tiger King.
We hit all the fucking boom, boom, boom. Relevant,
I mean, we
relevant,
got
relevant.
Twitch too. I mean,
We did
mention Twitch.
Twitch was in there too. Yeah, man.
I feel like Twitch planned this whole thing just to make themselves relevant.
I still think Corona planned all of it as a viral
Well,
marketing
no.
program.
Speaking
No,
of,
no. When you were talking about something earlier, I quick Googled beer news, and the first thing is Corona beer to halt production amid coronavirus outbreak.
Yeah,
Wow.
because they overproduced because they knew what was up, and they probably overproduced because they're like, "Oh shit, Cinco de Mayo's coming up. We need a lot of beer, and then Cinco de Mayo's not gonna fucking happen now. It's gonna be May 4th.
Wow.
It's a hell of a conspiracy theory.
Oh, I've been going down conspiracy theory black holes lately. It's
Oh,
it's been
God.
rough.
Well, what other conspiracy theories?
Oh, I mean, reptilians, flat Earth. What else?
oh, those are old hat.
All right.
Everybody
I
knows
had-
about those.
I've probably mentioned this somewhere along the way before. When I was in college, I took a class on UFOs because I thought it'd be cool to learn. I know. So the problem is Temple
Did
University.
you get legitimate credit for that?
I did. That's the fucking problem. Temple University had an actual course that was based around UFOs, and it was a modern American history course. So the first half of the
Modern
semester,
American
I know.
history.
What about ancient
The
aliens?
Well, we didn't cover that. I only took it because the
That's
teacher,
the AP course.
the professor, I had him for actual modern American history from like 1865 to present, and he was really cool and really good, and I learned a lot and enjoyed his teaching style. And then towards the end of the semester, he's like, yeah, if you're picking classes, I have this class about UFOs. I was like, holy shit, I like aliens. Let me take this class.
Holy shit, I like aliens.
So I took this class. And you know who was in this class with me? Matty Feck. He was in this class with me.
Oh, man.
I love that dude. And he was in this class with me, and we would always just bullshit about it. So the first half of the semester was genuine history. How the government had UFO research that they were not entirely hiding. There was something called Project Blue Book.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember reading Time magazine books about
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
so like legitimate history, and like the things that came up was like, here's something that may have happened. The government may have told us everything. And then the second half of the semester, the required reading were his books that he wrote.
Oh boy.
The
first day of the second half, did he just come in with a roll of tinfoil and be like, all right, class, and start breaking off sheets and passing them out to everybody?
It would have been better if he did. It was his theories are that aliens have already infiltrated us.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're forming a race of alien-human hybrids to take over the planet.
That's not original. A lot of people have said that.
He claims to have coined that theory, but the problem is I paid Temple University a shitload of money, and I am still paying them for this nut job to teach me about this. I had to write a paper. I wrote a paper on Roswell because, that's when you think of aliens, you think of Roswell, you think of Area 51, and I disagreed with him. It's a thing that's not confirmed. I disagreed with him. He docked me a full letter grade, said, "See me after class," and the note after class was, "Were you here? You sound like you weren't here that day." It's like, here's my notes. I was here, motherfucker. I missed the next week, but I was here for this.
See me after class. There will be a probe.
You know better, Dan. You always disagree with the instructor.
I was under the impression that academic discourse would lead to good grades if I could uphold my argument, and I thought I did a damn good job. This motherfucker.
Not good enough.
This motherfucker. So Corona's really... I want to get back to this.
Corona's... all right, cold read of the full article. Group A Modelo, the brewer behind Corona, Modelo, and other beers, said in a statement on Thursday, which, as of recording, was yesterday, that it was suspending its beer production after the Mexican government ordered non-essential businesses to close in an attempt to stop the spread of coronavirus. Uh-oh.
No, go ahead. No.
Okay. The brewer, which is part of Anheuser-Busch InBev, said that should the federal government decide later that its product was essential, quote, "At Grupo Modelo, we are ready to execute a plan with more than 75% of our staff working from home and at the same time guaranteeing the supply of beer." I like that they are letting people work from home. That's cool. That's good. I'm glad companies are doing that. Grupo Modelo's Corona beer drew attention about a month ago. No shit.
Yeah,
after consumers mistakenly associated with a fast-spreading virus.
I like this part. In one survey, 38% of surveyed American beer drinkers said they would not buy Corona beer under any circumstances.
So, is that
has nothing to do with the
I was going to
coronavirus.
say,
Oh,
is
no,
that
not
in
at
light
all.
of this? Or,
No, I just
was
would
that
never buy it. I don't
happening?
care.
Skunky ass beer.
However, Constellation Brands, which handles Grupo Modelo's beer in the United States, said the virus has not affected sales. I am calling bullshit. The suspension, which Grupo Modelo said would take effect on Sunday, was announced just days after the Mexican government, which has been slow to respond to the pandemic, declared a health emergency and stiffened rules aimed at slowing the virus. Mexico has at least 1,500 confirmed coronavirus cases and 50 deaths.
Yikes.
Yeah, 40% of Americans said they won't drink it, even if it was called flesh-eating herpes or immortality.
I hope we're playing beer or virus tonight.
I don't have a game.
Gosh, shit.
I didn't know
Okay.
we didn't decide we were even doing a podcast until like 2 days ago, if even that.
Oh, well, I found out like
Sorry.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Well,
even then
we
it was
had-
just like we should.
We had the idea for a while, but it wasn't.
I know.
I didn't know if I was going to work. Like here's
This
so.
is what happens when you put Dan in charge of something.
No,
You find
here's
out
the
20
problem.
minutes
Here's the
before.
problem.
No, this is what happens when the apocalypse starts.
This is what happens when the apocalypse starts.
Where I work, where there was a lot of confusion. The first week that we kind of went down to a skeleton crew, a lot of people just didn't know, like they just didn't get a schedule, so they didn't know what was going on. And it kind of sucked, and one of the managers I work with kind of stepped in and told everybody, like, in straight up plain English what was going on, and was like, sorry, we weren't more transparent. But, the flip side of that is, like, everybody's been caught off guard. Like, whether like every business, from small businesses to giant businesses, like, just they don't know what the fuck they're doing right now. They have no idea what to do.
I think it was like 3.3 million filed for unemployment.
Well,
Yeah,
then
last
6 million this week. So it's up to like 10 now.
Yeah, so they waived the waiting week, which is good,
Yeah.
and they're extending the time you can file for, which is also good. But then, like, their website crashes because the government doesn't know how to host a fucking
So
server.
The Pennsylvania
Like,
wine and
yeah.
liquor
Well,
website
I mean,
keeps crashing
exactly.
too.
Pennsylvania's full of fucking alcoholics, and right here are 4 of them. No offense, I apologize, but like we all know this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, we all know. Recently, I did the improv classes, and it was a lot of fun. And I was planning on doing more. Fucking Upright Citizens Brigade laid off like 90% of their, not even laid off, fired 90% of their people. They got an email one day that was like, we know things are crazy, we're going to reassess. And 2 days later was, we apologize for the nature of this, but everyone who was an instructor and this and that, your last day with the company is effective as of this email.
Like right now.
And
yeah.
your next paycheck will have all of your unused time on it, your unused vacation time. And then they pressed the big fucking UCB4, and I'm getting myself blacklisted here, apparently. They responded finally like a week later in an open letter, and then Amy Poehler said she's personally paying for all of their healthcare needs for the next like 2 months.
Well, that's good.
Which is good, but like they had to fucking like, how many people had to reach out for comment, you know?
Yeah. Well, and but like it's like I said, like it's easy to sit here in our chairs and judge these people who are in charge of big things, but like nobody was prepared for this. And honestly, if we want to get on a soapbox, every single person that we're talking about right now who has had like botched responses to what's going on are not even close to being as fucked up as our fucking president has been.
Oh, there's the
and
real
that's
take.
A much more important position to be in at a time like this. So, like, kudos to them.
Did you fucking, this motherfucker, did you see?
Oh my God, here we go.
Fucking Jared Kushner.
Should have never brought it up.
Jared Kushner, fucking yesterday, had a press conference. It was like something. Our stockpile was not for states' use. Stockpile of ventilators, stockpile of masks. What the fuck else is a stockpile for?
Washington, D.C. and D.C. alone.
I got a stockpile of a little bit of money so I can fucking buy shit when shit hits the fan. And here we are. And let me tell you, this shit hit the goddamn fan.
No, that must be nice.
It's not much. It's not much.
Jeez.
All right, let's move on.
Sorry,
I don't want to talk about that.
What do we move on?
We don't want to talk about politics. No, I was going to say, actually, we're talking about the economics of it, which I think is more apropos to the current conversation because we're talking about starting businesses and stuff like that. Talking about all the people who are out of work now. I actually just clicked on a thing that literally the headline is Restaurant Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah, I read that.
Yeah, I haven't read it, but I just clicked on it. It says 110,000 restaurants expected to close up forever in the coming weeks.
That's so terrible.
Here's the thing, though, but I read something interesting in another economic publication. I don't remember which one, but one of the big ones. Where like somebody was saying, like, yeah, like obviously this is economically horrific, but it's also a self-imposed economic shutdown. It's not like a systemic problem like the 2008 where like it was a problem with the things that were going on in the economy. The problem is that like we have decided to just stop. It's not like there were people like guaranteeing loans that weren't worth anything. It's not like there was a bubble. It's not an economic problem. It's just we had to stop the economy so that the recovery may not, I mean, obviously it's going to be painful and probably long, but it won't be like a recovery from a more traditional economic downturn, which I think is interesting.
For sure. I mean, you're going to see a massive, like, once people get out of quarantine, they're going to drink their fucking faces off.
Well, some of us are doing that during quarantine.
But also, yeah, there's going to be I think there's going to be as long as people, as long as the government does its job and tries to take care of everyone as much as they can, and people have money to spend when things come back online, people are going to travel. People are going to go out. They're going to go out to restaurants. They're going to do all the things that we took for granted before that now we can't do. There's going to be a lot of pent up demand and desire for a lot of sort of what do you call it? Like recreational spending and that sort of thing. So.
I was looking at a round trip ticket, of course, to LA because I love that city. Over my birthday, Memorial Day weekend. Over Memorial Day weekend, round trip on American Airlines, $126 round fucking trip.
I bought a round trip ticket to Chicago.
Oh, you were supposed to go to Chicago
months ago. That was only $146. In the before times.
Which is probably like $20 now.
I don't know if that trip's still going to happen. It's supposed to be in June. We'll see.
Sarah and I were looking at, so I listened to the last podcast on the left, and the show that we were supposed to go to, we can't make. So we're like, let's just travel to the West Coast to see one. She's like, well, let's see how much flights were. Flight round trip to Denver, leave Friday, come back Sunday was $88.
That's crazy.
On United, yeah.
And that's the thing, like, okay, I was almost going to say reputable airline, and it is. But that's
such a thing.
That's like Spirit airline prices.
Yeah. Well, but the flip side of that is like yeah, right now if you're buying a ticket for like any time in the near future, it's probably gonna be super cheap. But
I'm killing this off.
go
Just so
ahead.
you know.
Chug it straight from the crowler.
Yeah, right.
Man, all right, I got a little bit in my glass, then I will.
Oh boy.
Here, can I just shout out to Saucony? I'm drinking the
Please do.
Jazzberry Lager,
Oh, nice.
which they made for this year's Berks Jazz Fest, which is happening virtually, which is kind of sad, but this beer is fucking delicious.
That's awesome.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, Berks Jazz Fest. I forgot about Berks Jazz Fest. That's like one of like the top.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
biggest jazz fest in the country. It's
I forget about it until my friend Justin posts about it on
Yeah.
Facebook because his stepdad, long story, is like a world-renowned jazz trumpeter. So like dude's like he's had real credits and played on Broadway and played with all the big names that you think he would play with. And he's big into the industry, of course. But every year he always posts about it. I'm like, oh yeah, Berks Jazz Fest. That's a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing that I should actually acknowledge.
It's been going on for a long time too.
Yeah.
I remember back in like the early 2000s, me and a couple of fellow family members and friends that we all have were doing like a local music website, and one of the big things we covered was the Jazz Fest that year. And that was like 2000, 2001.
I used to
going on for a
go
long time.
in junior high and high school. They used to. I used to do field trips there
Nice.
with Mr. Eben.
Mr.
Mr.
Eben.
Eben.
Oh shit! Oh man, that guy, I love that guy. He was such a good teacher.
Sorry, Kevin, you've been completely excluded from this conversation.
He plays in my friend's stepdad's band.
Yeah, he's quite a talented saxophonist.
Cool.
He's got shitty dad jokes, but that's like the point.
They're funny when you're in junior high, though.
I know.
Dad
He
jokes
knows
are
his
cool
audience.
right now, though.
Yeah, that's
What about
true.
dad jokes, Kevin?
Dad jokes are cool right now, though.
Dad jokes
No.
are always
They're
cool.
always cool.
I need more sophisticated humor right now. Dad jokes are just not enough.
Dad jokes are like the popcorn of jokes.
Okay, here, challenge, Kevin Keller. Give me
here
your
we
best dad joke and see if you make me laugh.
Oh, no.
Oh shit!
I don't have dad jokes. I'm not a dad.
It's fair. That's like okay.
That you know of.
That's not fair though, because it's like
I'm shaking my head at you.
it's like you're having a conversation with someone and you're like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" "Oh, I'm a comedian." Say something funny. That's not fair. You can't put somebody on the spot like that.
Steph tried to do that to me.
Whatever.
She texted me. She texted me and goes,
to practice your
"Send me a
stand-up."
stand-up routine." I'm like, that's not how this
Send
fucking
me a
works.
stand-up
Send me
routine.
your stand-up. I
No,
promise
that's
to
not how it
laugh.
went. That's not how it went. I asked if you'd want to video chat and tell me some jokes.
You know, I was
That is not. I will pull up the text thread right fucking
oh
now.
jeez. I was
Go
just
ahead.
just
Go to
listening.
tape.
Go to tape. I was instant replay. I was just listening to our Stolen Son episode, which was the last episode to come out in the before times.
That was recorded at the beginning of the end of time.
Yeah, it was. But we all made some pretty funny cracks about baby juices. I gotta
did,
say.
we did.
That was pretty funny.
But not grown man Jesus, because that'd be not okay.
Not okay.
And
Not
I
okay.
quote, 11:53 a.m. I formally request you FaceTime us at some point today to do a stand-up routine for us, or a Google Hangout. I saw it a little bit later, 4:35. I responded, just seeing this, it would feel a little weird. It would be good practice, and we'll laugh a lot. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. You could
One
always
smiley face is never enough.
You could always record a few jokes and send me the video. Me, haha, why do you want to see this so bad? Steph said, because I need entertainment and you are funny. Thank you for the compliment.
You're
and I said,
welcome.
aw, thanks. We'll see if I feel
Although
up to
when
it.
put on the spot, you failed to deliver.
God damn it. So I said, aw, thanks. We'll see if I feel up to it. I've only performed once, admittedly, in public. I did 3 fucking minutes of stand-up.
I enjoyed your improv
Which was
show.
probably the longest
Thank
3
you.
minutes of your life.
I'm sure.
I've only performed once, still extremely nervous about it all. And Steph said, well, if you need practice, I'd love to be your audience. No judgment here. Thank you. Genuinely thank you for the warm-hearted message on that.
See, the actual text conversation makes me sound much nicer and less demanding than you originally implied.
Well,
Yeah, but
You
also
made a formal request, though. I mean,
I
it's
will
true.
I will interject.
you almost submitted Form 15B.
I will also say that, and I don't know if this take whatever this might mean to our current conversation. The truth of the matter is a lot less funny.
Are you squeaking?
That was my chair, but also my soul.
Wait, you need to oil him up.
Because it was funny when we were joking about the text thread, and then when you actually read it, it was like, oh, it's not so bad.
It's not so bad.
See?
It's not so bad.
You know,
If I get drunk enough, I will record.
this also reminds me of my favorite thing. Explaining a joke is like dissecting a frog. Nobody's really interested, and the frog dies.
I like that. I like that.
No.
I'll have you know I've switched to my comedy notebook.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Oh. Does that mean something?
This is going to turn into
sparking
Dan's
an
sizzle
idea?
reel.
There's no rules in quarantine podcasting, so
There's really not.
That's true. Listen,
None
I
of
was
this gets cut out.
no, not at all, not at all. Listen, I was super excited,
editing.
Kevin, that you wanted to do the virtual episode, and Steph and Wayne. I was really glad you guys were able to make this work on the fly with my weird schedule, and I'm glad we talked about Prototype earlier. But
Wait. Can I point out we're recording at the exact same fucking time that we normally record a podcast?
Oh, I
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
know.
We just didn't have to go anywhere.
Than most of your guests, so.
I could not wait for this to devolve. I couldn't wait for it to go off the
Bound
rails.
to happen.
It was like we're all pent up.
Yep.
And obviously, you know, it's the Beer Busters, and we're family, and we love each other. And Kevin, you are the fourth Beer Buster.
And Kevin, you're here too.
No, you are the fourth Beer Buster. We love you. You've been on countless times. You're the man, and I couldn't wait to not have to talk about business anymore.
I'm definitely like the adopted Beer Buster. Like, no one likes me. But
Listen, man, adopted siblings are still siblings.
You were given the title of the fourth Beer Buster pretty early
A
on.
long time ago.
Yeah, because I wrote it on the tablecloth.
Hey, man, 90% of success is showing up.
That's true.
That is true.
Yep.
I just show up randomly at your recordings. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Dan is poring over his comedy
Give
notes.
me a minute. I have to drunkenly read my own handwriting.
Oh, here we go.
The
Quick
this how
brown
magic
fox
happens?
jumped over the lazy dog.
is it a Dr. Seuss book?
No.
Is that what's in there?
Do you know why they use that phrase when you're looking at font examples?
Yes.
Because it has all the letters.
It has all the letters of the alphabet. Yep.
You were also on the one that told me that ipsum lorem whatever.
Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet.
It's not actually anything. It's just something
No,
somebody
it-
wrote down.
It vaguely sounds like smart Latin, but it's
Yeah.
nonsense.
Well, no one's going to tell you that because no one knows Latin.
I redid.
People know Latin. They just don't speak
We
it.
had someone on our podcast that is fluent in Latin.
Who was that?
Trivia question.
Some overachiever.
Fluent in
was-
Latin?
It
Was that
a-
our time travel episode?
It was a single digit episode.
Holy shit.
Oh, Paul Miller? Jesus.
Is there anything that man can't do? Was it
probably.
the Quinter dad?
No.
No.
Good guess.
However,
Eh?
that guy, the Quinter dad, has the same first name as this person.
I forget his first name. That's why I said the Quinter dad.
I
Shit.
wait,
I remember Vaughn.
I was gonna say
the
we've only
son,
had one Vaughn, but that was the son.
but his dad. Oh shit! I can't remember his dad's name.
Episode.
I think this is now the game.
Wait. Can I guess the
Yeah.
episode? I have no idea who the hell.
Sure.
Oh, I don't know.
Guess the episode.
Episode 6.
it might have been.
Episode 6.
Hold on. No. Hold on.
I need to know smart people from early episodes.
Episode 9.
No, the episode that they were on was like 11. It was a walk to remember.
But it was I thought Steph said it was a single digit.
She did, but that's not the guy.
It'd be
That's not
like-
the guy that sneaks. I think we're talking about different things.
I thought we meant that the episode the Vaughns were on. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
No, that's
I feel
what I
like
meant. The
Colin-
episode
Right.
the Quinters were on was like 11.
the Vaughns.
I feel
said
like
the Vaughns.
Colin from I don't know where the hell he's at now.
He's at Carnival Cruises working with Guy Fieri.
I know, man.
Is he's guy? Jesus, I feel like he.
Hold on. My apologies. It was 2 digits.
No.
But it's,
Oh Jesus! It was
it's
66.
one of the earliest double digits.
That the
So
person
that-
who speaks Latin was on.
So it was 10.
It was not 10.
Was
11.
it fucking mustache? Oh god. What the fuck's his
He
name?
has a mustache, but almost every fucking guest that's ever been on our podcast
That's
has
true.
a fucking mustache.
It wasn't Matt Vargin, right?
No.
He would be fluent
That's-
in Latin, wouldn't he?
That's who
He
I
would.
mean when I said mustache, and I apologize, Matt Vargin.
Oh, because he did the whole beard
do
thing.
a whole segment on
Yeah,
beer.
He did,
See,
he did.
it was episode 12, A Walk to Remember. We
Yes.
did all pumpkin beers.
Yes.
Well, this person was on before Vargin.
Beers looking at you, kid. Brian Ballantyne.
I miss doing the beer pun.
Yep.
games.
Brian
was
Ballantyne, the pastor guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That's right. That was episode 11.
Yep.
Wow. Home brewer and Belgian beer buff. Now I want to read what we wrote about the episode then.
What's he up to these days?
He lives in North Carolina.
Ugh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Excuse me.
Nailed it.
So on the 30th of September, 2013, we published episode 11. Beers looking at you, kid.
God, I had so much more hair and less body mass then.
Hallo, that's hello in Dutch, according to the interwebs. This is the summary of the episode.
Oh my god. Oh, you know what we should do? You should pull up the notes in whatever game we played in that episode. That's the game we should play.
Oh
in this
man, I don't even know
Shit.
if they're on the drive back from back then.
Just go back to the drive as
All right.
far
Yeah,
back
are.
as you can.
I just want to finish.
All the
I just want to
episode
finish
notes are on
this.
Go ahead.
This summary. In this installment of Beer Busters, our friend Brian Ballantyne, home brewer and Belgian beer buff, stopped by to help us record. Sure, 'cause he ran some wires, you know.
That's terrible.
We
You
covered
just said
some
everything else
news.
for
This is one thing that hasn't changed. If I wrote this, which I don't remember if I did back then, because Dan
you did.
wrote them in the beginning. Okay.
Wait, no, maybe I don't know. Did I?
I think I remember writing this
I
one.
think you wrote most of them. Yeah.
It says we covered some news, which still happens because I always forget what the news was, and Dan never puts it in the
I was gonna say,
drive.
we agreed at some point that I would put it in the drive, and then I did for like 3 episodes,
and then you forget,
haven't
and I'm like,
since.
I don't remember what we talked about. Got beer-educated about Belgian beers.
Wait, I thought we got sued for that word.
No, that was from Entertainment.
That's right. Bleep.
In this edition of Know Your Beer, and reviewed a select few beers.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Oh shit.
Yep. Oh, we drank the Trooper Ale that episode.
Oh my god.
A subtle
I would
hint of
play it. I
lemon.
would play it right now, but it's on the iPad, and so are you guys.
Yeah, we also drank Gotterdamerung. All right, so this was episode 11. Let me see if the game still exists for episode 11.
Oh man, if it does in post, I'm putting old fucking music under it.
Yeah, you should. All right, I'm going into the drive. Oh my god, I'm glad we settled on something other than that. All right, episodes 2013.
Was it like beer or really poorly named Pornhub episode? Like, was that one of the games back then?
That's vaguely familiar.
No, but I do have the game. I don't know if it's
Good.
going to open. I have a spinning wheel of buffering.
Shall we play a game?
Yeah, let's end it.
So, wow, man. I used to do, like, tables, and there's, like, numbers here. I don't
Look
even
at
know
all
what's
the
going on.
effort we used to put into this.
Honestly, this was squandered effort. I'm much more efficient now.
Oh,
All right, I've been holding my microphone. I'm going to put it in the stand.
We just got real official real quick.
Yeah, we did. Real official. Because now I got to make a scoreboard.
Oh, no.
Who's to my left? I guess it's Steph.
I don't know. Right now, it looks like Kevin.
Depends on who's talking.
Yeah, well,
Oh, it's a kid.
It's Moo.
Hi, Moo.
Moo is theoretically on the left. So
This is
Moo,
the first time Moo's ever been
She
on the
meowed on a
podcast.
couple of my phone calls today, and people got a kick out of it. It was great.
Aw.
Aww.
So, fittingly enough, my intro to this game is entirely in Latin. And I not only wrote out the actual Latin, I wrote out a phonetic
I
pronunciation
remember you
version
commenting
of it.
on that.
I do
Oh
remember
man.
that.
Yep. Oh shit! It just closed. Fuck
Oh,
my
well.
whole life and everything in it.
Well,
Oh, Google Docs froze. Jesus Christ!
oh no, we broke it.
you got really quiet. Was that you or my headphones?
There we go. I leaned away from the mic, which is not like me. All right. Felix al lecos su shito grata fluit fun tempore ludos.
This rings a bell. This rings a bell.
Suez rings a bell. Optimum in tempus alterius beerjucation et word I'm not legally allowed to say anymore.
Oh my god.
Ut semper. Wait. The third word in the sentence is great. Ut semper soci.
Sochi Goodale.
Oh, Chigodale.
Atque hospitum nuestrum ebit ad caput in cert. No word on whether I know what any of this means. Etc.
There's no translation?
No, I don't think so. I didn't put the translation.
I thought you did. I remember you breaking into, and that was Latin for.
I mean, it's not in these notes.
So Dan, what you got to do is go back to episode double digits and
11.
yeah, that one.
The hard drive that's on died. It's sitting right over there, and it will not mount.
I mean, the episode exists on the internet, but
Damn it, Al Gore.
So anyway, it ends with Years
Damn
of
it, Al
Beers.
Gore.
So the game that we played was Years of Beers, which is a game in which I tell you something that happened in the history of beer, and you must guess what year in which it happened. This is a game we haven't played in a long time because only so many notable things have happened in the history of beer, and eventually you run out of them. I don't think the Ryan Heights Gebot is in this one because we all know that now.
15, 16.
There you go.
I was
and
really
it's not in
worried I
this
was
one.
going to get it wrong.
I believe that was probably in the first time we ever played this game. But yeah, let's do it. Let's play it. See if anybody remembers.
All right.
Fuck it. Let's do it live. All right. So our first event is the first Oktoberfest.
Oh, I remember this question and getting it wrong. Oh, shit.
Yeah. The first Oktoberfest. When did that happen, Steph? I'll give you a hint. It was later than 15, 16.
Oh, fuck. It's later than I'm thinking it is, I think. Fuck. I'm gonna say 1890.
All right, Steph saying 1890. Kevin?
1814.
Ooh, 1814. Everybody in the same century. Dan?
I will say 1732.
I thought you were going to stop there. Just 1780.
1780.
1780. Germany didn't even exist. Would you believe Kevin Keller is the closest?
No, I
Nailed
won't.
it.
Also, only 4 years off.
Wow.
1810. 1810. October the 17th, 1810, Crown Prince Ludwig married Princess Therese of Saxon-Hild. Oh, wow, why did I write these words?
They did, you know what? They did just celebrate. I was thinking they celebrated the 100th year, but they did not that long ago celebrate 200 years.
Oh,
what I
yeah,
was trying to
2010.
think of.
Yeah. That would have been 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was the marriage of a prince and somebody else. Citizen,
Not just a prince. Crazy King Ludwig.
Crown Prince Ludwig.
Sorry.
Crown Prince. Do you know what crown in Latin is?
Ray?
Corona.
Shit! Ray is king. Ray is king.
The citizens of Munich were invited to attend the festivities on the fields in front of the city gates. Horse races in the presence of the royal family marked the close of the event, and the decision to repeat the races in subsequent years gave rise to the tradition of Oktoberfest. Over the past 210 years, Oktoberfest was canceled 24 times due to cholera epidemics and war. Don't mention the war. All right.
Well, you know, Wimbledon was just canceled, and it was canceled for the first time since World War II.
Yeah,
I mean,
believe that. Yeah.
that's tennis, right?
Yes.
Nobody's going to miss it.
Sports.
You can still watch marble racing.
I might put that in post. This is a note for me to remind myself.
Sports. And our next pivotal moment in beer history that we talked about 7 years ago is the invention of draft beer. And we're going to start with Kevin. When was draft beer invented?
Oh, shit.
Are we considering cask ale draft beer? Or is it CO2 driven?
We are considering cask ale.
$1769.
1769. Noise. Dan?
Sorry, I was social. I was socing. Steph, that's changed since episode 11. I am sociing.
Wow.
Oh shit, this is on my account. I'll put it on ours, I promise. What you said 69 because he said nice.
69 AD.
92.
1792, and finally Steph.
1768.
Wow,
God
everybody
damn it.
in the same area. Dan, I think, is the closest because the answer is 1785.
Oh,
So he's 7 years off. Yeah, you guys are more than 7 years off. 1785. Although my notes say, and forgive me because I didn't read ahead, actually, this is a bit touchy, apparently. I don't know. Joseph Brahma patented the beer engine in 1785, a device used to serve beer through pressurization. However, around 1691, John Lofting had invented a sucking worm machine, which was essentially a pressurized fire hose. The London Gazette in March of that year stated of Lofting that patentee hath also projected a very useful engine for starting of beers and other liquors, which will deliver from 20 to 30 barrels an hour, which are completely fixed with brass joints and screws at reasonable rates. Literally have no idea what any of that means.
That means I should also get a point. That's what that means.
Well, no, it was the other year that was mentioned was 1691. So you would have been the closest to that year, but you would have been off by a fair bit. So Dan still gets the point.
Yes!
All right, we're moving on, I guess. And Dan's going to guess first on this one.
Oh,
and
fuck,
our
all right.
next pivotal moment in the
Phone's
history
down.
of beer is the first printed use of the phrase India Pale Ale.
Oh, I remember this question.
Printed use.
Printed. The first in print.
I remember the question.
You can point to
and
academically.
I remember getting it wrong. I'm going to say... Hold on. Wheels are turning.
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I'm providing the music now.
Don't. We have to pay for that shit.
No, not that much.
It's
No,
a-
now we do.
It counts as a cover.
Now we... Wow, that's...
It counts as a cover.
Change the
Do you have
lyrics and
enough
it's a parody.
seconds for it to count?
Yeah.
Change the lyrics and it's a parody and then we're fine.
Write a word, get a third.
What was the fucking... What am I guessing?
The first printed use of
India Pale Ale.
to describe the beer.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say it predates World War I, and I will go with 19. When did World War I start?
17 or 14? I'm looking at Steph because she's a teacher, and I feel like she should know.
I'm gonna go with 1912.
All right, 1912. Sounds good. There was just a movie. What was the movie that was?
The movie was 1917.
Was it
That movie
1912?
was good. That movie was
But
really
World War I
good.
didn't last very long, did it?
I saw 1917 in the theater when I was allowed to go to the theater, and it was great.
Yeah, they made it look like one continuous tape.
Oh, it was so
That's
good.
cool.
Except for one glaringly obvious one that serves the story.
Steph,
Oh, I'm next.
you are. India Pale Ale. First time in print.
Imprint.
Yes. Feels like
I don't know. I think it was earlier than that.
You said
I'm gonna say 1890.
18.
I think I've already guessed that year, but
What was the high? Actually, you did on the first one. What was the highest bid, Bob? All right, Kevin. India Pale Ale.
1889.
See, I
He's
knew
looking
you
it
were
up.
gonna
He's got his phone in
Yeah,
the frame.
it's-
Hide your phone better.
do that. Cheater!
Actually,
It's my lock screen.
you are closer, but it was the year that Yingling was founded.
Oh shit!
Anybody? The bottles?
Hold on.
Since
Hold on.
18.
Hold on.
Since
70.
18. We've all seen it.
78. No. 18. Hold on.
I could be
75?
wrong because I'm just pulling this from memory. But I feel like it's the same year.
We were there in 2018,
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
and it was the 100 and was it the 200?
Everybody's doing
No, it
way
would
too
not
much
have
math
been
right
the
now.
200.
I've given up.
What's your tagline? Kevin Keller. I've given up.
Kevin Keller, prototype. I've given up.
I've given up. It was 1829. 1829, America's oldest brewery. Surprisingly, this comes from Australia. An advertisement in the Sydney Gazette, a New South Wales advertiser of Saturday, yes.
Were we there last year?
In Australia?
No,
No, we were not. I've never been to Australia. At Yingling?
Yeah.
It was like a year or two.
Was that 2018 or 2019?
No, it was 2018.
Hold on, I'm fact checking.
I definitely know that the Yingling bottle, like the label, I've seen a lot of Yingling bottles in
No,
my
it is
life.
1829 is accurate. I'm fact checking.
Which means we were there in 19, which means that was last year. I remember talking to Jared about it on the way to Canada as we drove through Pottsville and was like, oh, I'm going to record a podcast here. And then I forgot the year, apparently, the next year.
Yeah, it does feel like that was a while ago, but yeah. Although right now everything feels like it was
The
a while
last
ago.
3 months feel like they've been a fucking year. 3 weeks, months, I don't know. See, time.
Does anybody remember when there was joy in the world?
No.
1902?
1902, yeah. I'm sure some people were happy in 1902.
Oh.
Hello,
What
my
film?
honey. Hello, my
In the Ship Bottom episode. It was, the interview.
Oh, that's
was
right,
in
yeah.
The episode we posted in September of 2018.
18. So it was
Okay.
18.
That's
Because
not,
that was
yeah,
the year we almost died from the flood driving home from Jersey.
Right.
Well, I don't think you and I did. but-
No, we were not in any danger at any point in that
It
entire
was,
day.
almost
it was
died
clear
from
fucking
a
skies.
flood.
We were
Steph-
listening.
Steph's house almost moved.
That's true.
But we were in New Jersey when it happened.
we were driving back to Philly listening to what's the System of a Down? There we go.
The
We were-
Chop Suey.
Yes, we were listening to that album, and then we went into a Nine Inch Nails album, and then I said I couldn't take it anymore, so I put Sirius XM on, and we listened
The
to
shit that we
90s
remember,
rock.
but we can't remember years that shit
we
happened.
were being super
I
edgy.
barely remember the year I was born, and we started this.
On
Not the
August
same year.
29th, 1829, in the
Longest
Sydney
game ever.
Gazette, the Sydney Gazette, which is a newspaper or a periodical of some sort, contained a list of products on sale at the stores of A.B. Spark. Besides clothing, turpentine, and books, several beverages are listed, including Taylor's and East India Pale Ale.
Okay.
Boom. Moving the fuck on, finally. I guess, or Dan?
I don't know. You're keeping track, aren't you?
Oh, who? I didn't circle who won that.
You have that bougie table there.
Oh,
you
actually,
using
Kevin.
the
Kevin
table?
was the closest because he went one
Yeah,
year ahead of Steph.
Underbedded stuff.
Yeah, he did the $1 trick. So yeah, that's the third one. So we're back around to Steph to guess
Oh, dear.
first on this one. This is the first recorded drinking game ever.
The first recorded
The
drinking
first
game?
recorded evidence of a drinking game in human history.
I don't know. I feel like this has to be pretty early. What was the
69.
year for the first draft beer? What was
It was
the
17
answer to
something or other, 85. 1785.
that? I'm going to say 1806.
1806.
Woo!
I'm sure in 1985 you can buy plutonium at any corner store.
And, hold on, pause the game.
Pausing the game. What are you drinking?
What are you drinking? 225?
225.
Oh,
St.
God.
Boniface.
Oh, that's such a good beer.
Hell
The
yeah.
best lager on the market right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So good.
That's
so
true.
good. I will
So
say,
good. So good.
I will say, I've been very happy with the lagers that I have gotten from Workhorse over the past.
Oh, Workhorse lagers are great.
I mean,
Oh,
Because there's
legit.
I got
The
a 4-pack
lagers
of the
are
Vienna lager.
The
and
fucking
then,
Vienna
and
Do you
lager.
then-
have the Baltic Porter?
Not yet, because that's extra money per 4-pack.
It is worth it. That Baltic Porter is banging, Dan.
I
It's
I
extra
don't
money.
doubt it. I don't doubt it. Here's a tip to the people who may be listening to this and saying, yes, I want to order Workhorse and pizza, because fucking of course you do. You can select 4 beers, and they will give you 1 each in the 4-pack. But if it costs more money, you got to pay more money. So the last...
If it costs more money, you gotta pay
so
more
here's
money.
the thing. I thought
Imagine that.
I thought it was a 4-pack of you have to choose a 4-pack of all Vienna Lager, of all Helles, of all, whatever. But no, I have a 4-pack downstairs that was one of each of, like, Helles, Vienna Lager, something else, and something else.
Kevin, when was the first recorded drinking game in human history?
Hold on. I got a case of 225. Guess how much a case of 225 is?
$7.
Is this the new game?
$1.
I mean, be serious.
Realistically, I will say probably 30.
A case?
42, 33.
$34 for a case.
Really?
That's not
Wow.
bad.
That's insane.
And especially of that quality beer from that quality brewery. That's great. Long story short, look at your local breweries during all this fucking crazy shit and order good beer from the people that you know and love and who may or may not have been on this episode, on this podcast before.
I'm really trying to get through this game, guys.
Okay.
I'm
Kevin,
really doing
your
my
guess.
best.
1365.
All right, thank you. Damn.
Hieroglyphs. There's probably some
1365?
there's probably some like bullshit Egyptian.
That's like the Middle
like-
Ages.
Yeah, they didn't exist, but first and foremost, they probably have hieroglyphs.
That may have
somewhere.
been during the
I
bubonic
was going
plague.
to say, when was the Black Plague? I'm going to say 12.
Oh, whoa.
Wow, Dan is the closest.
Holy
God
shit!
damn it.
The answer is 385 BC,
Damn it.
Oh my god!
which now stands for before Corona.
No fucking way!
Yeah, so
Don't call bullshit on this game.
No, there's definitely like a flip cup hieroglyph somewhere.
all right, so it was from Greece, and it was wine, not beer, because it's Greece.
Because Greece.
Yeah, Plato's Symposium, which is a text that explores the nature of love by recounting the escapades of a group of men at the ancient Greek version of a kegger, etc., etc. The first ever drinking game was recorded in that work. It was called Kodabos. Players would swirl the dregs of their wine in a helix, which was like a platter-like stemmed drinking vessel, and flung them at a target. So they would basically play darts with wine, apparently.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes indeed. All right, moving on. Dan,
Yes.
you are going to guess first on this one. When was beer pong invented? Speaking of drinking games.
1765.
1765, says Dan. He thinks that they had ping pong balls in the 18th century. Steph?
Oh my god.
Does it have to be ping pong balls? You could throw
It could be
You
pebbles.
can throw any kind of ball in a cup and you call it
Could
beer
be a
pong.
rock. Who knows?
It could.
I'm going to change my answer. 5.
No, you can't. You can't.
It could have been.
Five.
It could have been a
BC or
partridge.
AD?
They were throwing partridges into mugs.
Oh my god. Fuck you guys. I don't fucking know. 1940.
1940. Kevin. Beer pong.
1939.
1939. Steph is the closest.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it didn't work for you that time. It was sometime in the 1950s. Which is vague. Steph, that's
Call bullshit on this. What's your source?
I don't know. My source is this
This whole
document.
game is
My source
bullshit.
is myself,
The
guys.
source- no, the
Wayne
source is
Baker,
myself from 7 years
episode
ago.
11.
Yeah,
My source is my younger, dumber self.
yeah, exactly. Well, players may be interested to learn that this is the first question that Steph got right. Okay, so this is what I wrote in 2013. Depending on who you ask, this can be a surprisingly loaded question. According to Wikipedia, which is the gold standard of internet research that doesn't really matter,
Obviously.
the game was invented by students at Dartmouth College in the 1950s. Or 60s, but we'll say 50s, because why the fuck not? And it involved paddles. Everybody's paying attention now. Sometime around the 1980s, the modern version evolved and was dubbed beer pong, or throw pong, or Beirut.
What?
Or maybe they're all different games. Oh, and there is a World Series of beer pong, which has existed since 2006.
It was on the Ocho.
Mercifully, we come to our last question of this game. I think Kevin was supposed to guess first on that one, but did I let you guess first on that
I
one?
don't know.
Kevin, you're going to guess first on this one.
Oh, sure.
All right. When?
I'm in.
He's like, I don't give a shit anymore. When did the Guinness Brewery open?
Which
Oh.
like Baltimore opened like 2 years ago, so.
No, the original.
It's got to be St. James.
Oh,
Guinness.
the OG one?
Yeah.
1573.
Was that 18 or 17?
15.
Oh,
70.
1573. Okay.
Fuck it. Why not?
Dan.
Shit, I remember learning from you that it was some absurdly large amount of time on the lease for that, but I can't remember how stupidly large it was.
You're going to find out after everybody answers.
I want to. All right, I want to say it was
3.
2.
1759 is standing out in my mind.
All right.
What did Kevin say?
Kevin said 15.
Oh, he said 57. What did you say, Dan?
Yes.
1759.
1759, yeah.
1760.
Ladies and gentlemen, the original Guinness Brewery opened in the year of our Lord, 1759.
Holy shit!
Motherfucker.
Dan gets a bonus point because he was exactly correct.
Doesn't he win the whole showcase?
The Showcase Showdown. Yep, you win both showcases. You win a trip to nowhere
Oh my
because you're
God.
not allowed to go anywhere.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Drinking all that Guinness fucking paid off.
December 31st, 1759. Arthur Guinness.
Hold on.
Oh, shit.
I was only like a minute away from the right
Whoa.
answer.
What time zone are we talking here? Because
Anyway,
yeah.
Merry old England.
Oh,
Or Ireland,
Eastern-
actually, right?
Eastern Standard Time. Well, you're still screwed, Steph. Sorry.
thanks for trying, Kevin. I appreciate it.
If we're talking like Australia, you
Singapore.
win.
If I could put into the podcast the look I just gave Wayne.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Arthur Guinness signed a lease for the St. James Gate Brewery. The terms of the lease?
It's like 1,000 years.
9,000 years.
9,000.
At £45 per year.
Because
Wow.
they probably signed the lease like fucking nobody's gonna be here in like 2,000 years.
Yeah,
or
provided that
8,000 years.
beer, money, and civilization continue to exist. Guinness and Company has since bought out the property, rendering that 9,000-year lease redundant. There we go. Exciting. We're going to add up the scores real quick, I guess. That's what we do. I think that's what we used to do. Does anybody remember? All right, so our big winner with 3 points out of 6, so 50% hit rate, is Dan.
Even in the apocalypse, I win.
Although I'm actually going to give you 4 because that's not counting your bonus point for being exactly,
Killed
correct
it.
on the last one. In second place with 2 points is Kevin, and at the bottom being punished, I guess, by having to stay home during a global
yeah, right.
pandemic like the rest of us. Steph with 1 point.
What condiments do you have in your fridge right now, and will you dump them in your beer?
Yeah.
0. I don't own condiments. Sorry.
No mustard.
No mustard. Hashtag no mustard. So I mean, should we advertisements now? Is that you know what? I got to do a patron shout out. Let's do a patron shout out.
Oh my god! All right.
no,
Hold on.
I gotta take a time out real fast.
What?
I gotta run upstairs real quick. I'm getting yelled at by the wife.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Don't get yelled at by the wife.
Give me 6 minutes.
I was gonna put in the new clips, and I didn't because I was like, oh, the soundboard's not gonna
I'll be back.
work as well at the same
All
time.
right, Kevin. Thank you.
But we can make this work. All right, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know how to do this on my phone. Oh my god. I'm gonna just go to the most recent game and read the patron list from that.
That's a safe
I
bet.
do know that Wolfgang von Colt
Yes.
and Victoria Miles
Yes. Thank you.
recently doubled their patron pledges,
We love you both.
which is pretty awesome. Oh, there's notes for this episode already. So thank you so much. We very much appreciate that. That was a very kind gesture, and it did not go unnoticed. So thank you. All right, this is not the right fucking document. I am so sorry. We are shooting from the fucking hip. All right, here we go. So yeah, there isn't a punishment because
Because we're all being punished existentially.
because the world has ended. But we would still like to thank very sincerely our patrons. Again, as I said earlier, please, guys, if you are having hardship right now, cancel your Patreon.
We understand
It's
completely.
fine. It's
Yes.
fine. We'll be okay. But if you can continue to support us, that's cool too. Like these people, James Lamberg,
Cool.
Joe Mansell,
Not the button I hit.
I'm getting a lot of wood.
Jill Chivers,
Jalapeno.
Sean Sullivan.
Who wants a fresh tickle?
I do. PA Brew Review.
Baby
I'm a banana.
Oh, shit, I hit a thing.
Wow. Mark
Sorry,
Badunio.
Sorry.
Hey, Wayne.
Topher Simmons.
Pizza.
Poor Man's Brewing Company.
Ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da.
It continues longer than you think it will. Kathy Obashevsky.
Oh, shit. Come on, baby, make it hurt. I'm fucking this up. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Kathy. Eric Dixon.
I have 2 new friend requests.
I love that one. Where are we? Nate Foxman.
Yes.
Brian Mills.
I want it in my mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Wolfgang Von Colt.
Fruity Pebbles.
Thank you again. Jen McDonald.
No, I'm going to toast your ass.
Marilyn Engelman.
Lawyered.
Josh Price.
I'm a rock solid 5, maybe 6.
John McDonald.
I don't fucking care.
I just
No,
said
fuck you, Dan.
no. Fuck me. I just said John McDonald. I literally know this person.
I didn't catch that. Holy shit.
Ron. I'm sorry, McDonald.
Oh.
Bacon.
I thought I already hit a thing. I'm sorry.
That was the end of that. And Victoria Miles.
I'm a sad French horn.
We're all sad French horns here. If you want to find out how you can get on this list and get other behind-the-scenes perks, so long as the internet exists and we can put them out there, go to patreon.com/beerbusters. Once again, just listen. We know you have a lot of time on your hands. You don't really have to give us money right now. We get it. Just listen to the podcast, and let's get through this together and drink some good beer.
Say, Yvonne,
Amen to that. And
remember
here's
when
some
I said I'd
fucking
have to
ads,
send
I
away to
think.
NASA to calculate your bar tab?
Oh, yeah. We all had a good laugh, Mo.
The results came back today. You owe me $70 billion.
Even Da Vinci couldn't paint you. Stephen Hawking can't explain you. Rosetta Stone could not translate you. I'm at a loss for words. Wise man once said that. Biggest takeaway from that, Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone can translate a lot for you. They make learning languages easy. They've continuously set the standard in learning to enable people to change their world by learning a new language. Their innovative, technology-driven language learning solution, it's used by thousands of schools, businesses, government organizations, and millions of people around the world. You can take courses in 30 languages, whether you want some of the more commonly spoken ones like Spanish or Mandarin, or a refresher in English as some people could use, or you want to learn a less prominent language like Swahili or Swedish or Tagalog. That doesn't sound real, but I think it is. I just offended a whole culture by saying that. Rosetta Stone is available on iOS and Android, so you can take the learning with you on the go. And they're offering listeners of Beer Busters a 24-month subscription for less than $8 a month. RosettaPodcast.com/BeerBusters is where you want to go to take advantage of this amazing offer to learn a new language. I don't remember anything from Spanish class in high school. Rosetta Stone could teach me again. RosettaPodcast.com/BeerBusters is where you want to go to start your language learning journey today.
The recording has continued. Everyone is going to leave the room except Kevin. So feel free to say whatever you want to for the posterity on the internet.
God damn it.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
I have to edit this. Just remember that.
Can
Have
that
fun.
just be-
Just say whatever your heart desires. God fucking speed. Have mercy on all of us.
And everyone's gone.
Oh, shit. That's full.
Chug it.
Say chug it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Wayne's beer, but...
Oh, don't chug it then. Let Wayne chug it.
What are you chugging?
A full beer of some sort. How's school?
Overwhelming.
Are you using Seesaw, Schoology?
We're a Google school, so we're using the Google Suite.
Gosh, you. Sarah's school banned Google Suite because they don't understand it.
We are actually, every staff member in our district is Google certified.
Oh, shit. Are you guys 1-to-1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They are, I guess, as of Monday, they'll be 1-to-1 because they were forced to be 1-to-1. So they're doing this like I know Sarah's going in to help like hand out Chromebooks and all that fun shit.
Yay. Yeah, our tech department and principals did that.
Yeah.
But the kids didn't actually get their own devices. They
Mhm.
just mass grabbed all the Chromebooks and sanitized them and just handed them out.
Sure.
Yeah. Which I get, but
Yeah.
so we've just been in meetings and in planning sessions all this week, and then Monday is when all the stuff actually gets pushed out to our kids. And then we have meeting hours where we have to be available virtually for them, and
Yeah.
it should be interesting.
Yeah, and you teach what? 3rd grade?
4th grade.
4th? So close. Yeah, Sarah teaches 7th grade math, so it's interesting. I did career day. That was was not so much fun, but
That's why you're not a teacher.
I almost was a teacher, which would have been strange.
Well, at least I'm getting paid, and
Yes.
PSEA protects Sarah and I, and we will get paid no matter what.
Yup. That's why she's the breadwinner right now, and I get to be stay-at-home dad to the cat.
I was going to say, for what, the cat?
Exactly. So
you're not working at all right now then?
now they furloughed everyone.
I mean, it sucks, but you get it.
It does. Because the beer industry is going to crash, and I don't know what part of it's going to crash, because like you look at any commodity that has peaked over the last 20 years, like sports cards, Pokemon cards, like whatever. There's definitely a drastic peak and then a drastic fall. And I think beer's going to hit that at some point, where people are just not spending their disposable income on fucking beer. And I think we're seeing it. And the people that are being targeted are having so many options that the money is getting spread too thin. So anyone like Imprint has done it very, very well. New Trail has done it well. And that beer is going to not become a commodity in 2 years. And that's going to be fucking scary for the people that are trying to build off of that and build a living off of it.
Dan, why do you have a grin on your face?
Because I just passed him a 4-pack of Workhorse beers.
This is true, too. I was also, I was going to try to make a joke when I sat back down, and he was talking about something that sounded very serious, and I don't want to...
And we're back.
We're having a good conversation. It should have been recorded.
It has been. It's been recorded.
Oh. So, in honor of our guest, I'm drinking Keller Pills.
Nice.
Oh!
You know what I have downstairs?
Oh, boy.
I have... Hold on, wait for it. Thoughts.
Words.
I have barrel-aged Stroganator.
Oh, really?
It's in a paper bag in the door on that other fridge.
Yeah.
That other fridge. I also have...
Did you drink that can of Woot Stout?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Whatever.
I also have... Oh, my God. What's the one people go shit crazy over on Black Friday?
Bourbon County.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. The
yes,
fucking Bourbon
the
County.
one that we didn't drink at your house, Steph.
Yeah.
Because we had plenty of other great beer that you were so gracious enough to provide.
Yes.
You know what I still have down there?
What do you still have down
I
there?
have a bomber of barley wine from St. Benjamin.
I know, but you're saving that for
Yeah, I'm saving that for
no longer in production.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Bought that the last night they were open.
I'm so glad we got to go.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Yep.
They had, and I will always.
Do you remember when that was the saddest thing that happened?
God damn, I know, right? They
Have
had
you gone since?
the best lager in this fucking city. They had, hands down, the best lager and some of the best beer in this city, and the best food. Beth Fox is such a great chef.
Speaking of going since,
yeah,
Kevin mentioned, Human Robot is now
Yes.
And I know I have not been there. Steph
haven't
has been
either.
there, which is
Human
funny
Robot
because Steph doesn't
is
live here.
They're
But
fucking
I know.
killing it.
phenomenal.
yeah,
I'm so
Hey.
glad. And once things are normalish again, we will definitely record there.
Yes.
with
Yeah, that would
Ken.
be awesome.
I look forward to that and Triple Bottom. We got to record
Hey.
with them.
If you want to talk about someone that has connections in the industry, like Ken is.
Ken Corral is.
Oh
king.
my God, yeah. He has so many connections in the industry, and it's unbelievable. The people that roll through his spots, and it's so crazy.
Oh, Dan's drinking a Hellas.
Sorry, this fucking beer. Oh, this.
I just love this Vienna lager.
You know, I almost got a Sixtel delivered from them the other night. We may have been talking about this.
Yeah, I think so.
$75 to get a Sixtel delivered from Workhorse, plus like a $5 fee for delivery and the tip. That's fine.
Yeah.
This weekend I'm gonna clean the lines on the kegerator.
It's 40 pints.
40 fucking pints. Yeah, gotta clean those lines. Though.
I also asked Trevor what Sixtels I could buy, and he was like, I got to take inventory. It's cool, I get it, but like, give me an answer soon.
If you want inventory, I still think I can tap into that.
I'll give you $30 for a Sixtel of let's be nice.
$30.
Let's be nice, and we'll say it's a Sixtel of.
Oh boy.
Stacy's mom.
R.I.P. Yes.
Jesus.
R.I.P. Okay.
Not
gonna say,
not the beer.
Shut up.
No, the
Not
guy
the beer,
who
the
wrote
guy
that
that
song
wrote the
died
song.
of
Yeah.
corona.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
he
yesterday.
just passed away. Yeesh.
Dan,
Yeah.
you know what other song he co-wrote?
That thing you do?
Actually, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I saw a tweet from somebody that was very nice and respectful, which is weird on Twitter.
On Twitter.
I know, right? Somebody was like, imagine being a songwriter that has to write a song for a movie that sounds like the most popular song in the world, and he did it
Yeah.
with That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
And Stacey's mom just pops into my head randomly for no reason. Also, when I was on, so I do shameless plug, listen to Why Not Radio every Wednesday night. You can find it online. Wednesdays, I am the host. I because of the virus, I have to record my stuff at home from the setup I'm recording this podcast on and upload it into the system to be played. And last night, after I did my recordings, I went downstairs. I was
2 nights ago. It's Friday, dude.
time. Wednesday, when I was downstairs watching TV, I got a text from the guy that runs the station I work for, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to record another break." I'm like, "Okay, what happened?" He goes, "Well, we got to redo one you already did, and here's why." And he sends me a link, and I find out this dude passed away. Dude was 52 years old and died of complications from coronavirus. He is not only a founding member of Fountains of Wayne, he also is an Emmy Award-winning songwriter for TV and also was an EGOT contender.
EGOT.
Which is not that's not common. Fucking nobody is a contender for that.
Yeah, Common definitely has not won a Tony.
Has he won everything else?
I have no idea.
He probably has.
Just trying to make light of a dark situation
I know.
over here.
It's weird, man. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. A dude that is moderately healthy and
Yeah. Such is life, man.
It's strange. It's strange.
All right.
Also, when we were looking at the fucking TV guide or whatever.
TV, what is this, 1992?
No. All right, so not TV guide. So you came downstairs. I was in the living room pretending to exercise. And then you were like, I'm going to go outside and smoke. And we talked for a little bit. And we were talking about the dude from...
Oh, yeah.
And there was an episode of
yeah.
School that was called Laney's Mom. That song was not in Laney's Mom, the episode.
Oh,
However, Alanis Morissette was.
Oh, really? Did she play God?
She herself was not in the episode, but her music was.
Oh, her music was.
Steph, didn't you see Jagged Little Pill?
Yes.
Pill.
Just
Pill. Pill
Single.
is the actual thing. Pills is the thing I ripped off for an episode title.
Yes.
Wow, yeah. That's another old one. Do you want to play the game from that episode? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man.
Do you want to try any of this Hellas before I kill it?
Yes.
Please do.
You didn't drink
Make
out of the
sure
can,
you're-
right?
No, I poured it.
Come
Don't
on, please do kill it or please do share it.
Share it.
Well, I mean, share, but also he's gonna kill it off.
Share and
Do you have
enjoy.
more cans of it? Because you got a shotgun one of them.
This is the only can that I had.
What's that other one?
We got a Pure, which is their like.
Is that a seltzer?
No.
Looks like
It's
a
a
seltzer.
no. It's
No.
a light. It's a light.
It's a light lager.
Oh, okay.
We also got to place an order for pizza and beer.
Is that a Harrisburg Beer Week glass?
It
It
is.
is.
Yeah.
It is. These are some of my favorite tasting glasses that we
They are
have.
dope.
Yeah,
I have
they're pretty
one
awesome.
in my glass cabinet. They're so awesome.
Yeah, they're really cool.
It's a shame it's not going to happen this year. It's understandable that it won't because of everything that's going on. But
So-
this just kind of goes to show that for everyone out there listening, you know, we for a while we've taken the beer industry kind of for granted, and it was so in our face for so very long. But then one by one, these events that we had planned were being canceled.
Oh, Ephrata Brewfest has been canceled as well.
That's in June.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy
I
shit.
just saw that on Facebook the other day.
I didn't see
Yeah.
that one. It
mean-
just goes to show like that there's going to be a time that we're out of this. We've made it, we're through, and it's only because we need to get past this.
Hashtag 2030.
Yeah, right. We need to get out of it. We need to get past it as a society. We need to keep going because that's what we do. That's what humanity does. But
is what we do.
as a beer drinking community, we also really need to step up. And I'm sure everyone has. Like, I've ordered beer from multiple breweries, and I'm so happy to be trying to help support the people that I know in the industry and the people who make good beer. But there's going to be a time where we need to step up and we need to really say, these are the events, these are the beers that I care about, and I'm here to do it. I'm here to be part of it. And when life gets back to normal, I really hope that the beer industry says, and the beer drinkers say, we're here. We've always been here. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And like one of the big things that I've tried to do over the last, couple weeks is bolster my wardrobe with brewery and meadery apparel.
Oh, yeah.
And, grab a couple t-shirts and hats.
Except for the fucking Canucks shirt you're wearing right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I noticed that.
Well, time out. None of the brewery and meadery apparel has showed up on my doorstep yet. So that's my excuse. And there's no prototype.
So you haven't gotten a prototype of the prototype merch?
No, I mean, I can send you a digital copy, but you can't wear digital copies. So
listen, man, it's the fucking end of days. I can fucking find a way.
You can buy those like iron-on printing papers that you.
Couldn't you just get a projector and project it onto your skin?
It doesn't really matter at this point. Yeah, you could just do that. That's a really good idea. That's why you're the ideas guy, Kevin.
Who's wearing
Wayne
clothes
could trace
these
it
days?
with Sharpie on Dan's chest.
Oh God, no! Please don't.
Let's do.
so much
all right, here's a question. How long before we get so bored we start doing homemade tattoos?
I got
no.
skin left. I was in the process of scheduling a tattoo when the world fucking fell apart.
Yeah.
I was really excited for it too.
Hey Wayne, when do you have time to do a tattoo on Dan?
I mean,
All the time.
the weekends.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. We just scheduled one.
Yeah.
You want to do the Star Trek one here because that's
Dude,
what I
all
was
right.
gonna have happen.
Yeah, I know. I have 2 tattoos on my body, and they are both homemade.
By Dan?
No, by a guy I used to know a long time ago. Who's probably homeless or dead by now.
Oh shit!
If I'm being
That's
honest.
upsetting. God damn.
I mean, I'm just saying. Or maybe he turned his life around. Who knows?
I hope so. I really, really hope so. So I know a lot of this episode was very necessary banter and fun times, and it was great. And Steph and Wayne, I absolutely love and adore the two of you, and I'm so glad that you were part of my family. And Kevin,
Is he drunk?
yes,
Okay.
and Kevin,
Just making sure.
I'm there. We've met a lot of great people in the beer industry, and everyone has been super amazing and awesome. And Kevin, I'm glad that you are still here. You're still finding a way to innovate, and you're still along for the ride with
Kevin,
us.
he's glad you're still
I'm
here.
glad you're still here.
So glad you're
Appreciate
still
it.
here for this episode, and that your internet hasn't conveniently dropped yet.
Oh my god.
And it's these are tough times, and we gotta laugh. We gotta laugh. We gotta drink. We gotta laugh. We gotta look towards the future, and that's exactly what you're doing. Is we're looking towards the future. I forgot there was a webcam involved. Thank you for reminding me.
I'm so out of frame. I'm like on the very edge.
It's a weird
I've
time.
watched your shoulders almost most of the night.
So obviously, Kevin, thank you for being here for this weird but
Thank
necessary
God for
episode.
screenshot.
It's been a blast. Thank you for having me.
You are the fucking man.
Appreciate it.
And so I mentioned at the top of the episode that we were gonna. I can't even look at Wayne. I'm gonna turn my microphone over to here because I don't know what's happening and I can't. We mentioned at the top of the episode that there was going to be an event that we were recording for what was going to be this episode release, but because of the world, it can't be released. So, has that been I know it's been postponed. Has it officially been rescheduled yet?
So this is Dan asking you a question that he already knows the answer to.
For the sake of our audience.
Absolutely. So we have officially rescheduled the Prototype Brewery Invitational for August 29th in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at Club XL or XL Live. It's 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Ticket information should come out within the next couple of weeks. It should go live right around Memorial Day. We're working on getting most of the breweries back that already committed. We're trying to get through some of the craziness of the industry right now. Make sure everyone has enough beer to send some kegs out. We have about 20 to 25 breweries that we already announced committed to come back. So between Bottle Logic and Imprint and some of the other fan favorites, they're all coming back. Hopheads is still going to be involved. Philly Loves Beer is going to help out with us. Hibernation, Crocodile Marketing, they're helping out. So we have a lot of good partners with the fest coming down the pike. So just kind of watch out for our social media. We'll announce in the next couple of days the new date and all the ticket information, and we'll have the new brewery list as soon as we find out. We'll let everyone else find out. So
cool. Now you said to watch your social media. What is that social media? Where can people watch out for this?
Prototype Brewery on Instagram. Prototype Brewery and Meadery on Facebook. We have a website, www.prototypebrewery.com. Those are our three main sources of information.
So no Twitter, right?
No. Who does Twitter anymore?
Me. All the fucking time. Me.
We just yell at people on Twitter. That's all it's there for, right?
That's all Twitter is there for, yes. Fucking yell at people. Today I was yelling at fucking one of the X-Men movies, whatever the last one was, with some people, and I gotta watch that this weekend because I told people I gotta hate watch it.
You yell at a movie?
Yeah, I was going to say, he was yelling at the movie?
Yes!
It was like, what was it, like Batman or something?
X-Men.
X-Men Dark Phoenix, Dark Rise of the Dark Phoenix. I don't know. It looked bad.
I thought Batman was part of X-Men, and like Spock was also like his like co-pilot or something like that.
All right, this is some weird fan fiction.
What in the fuck?
Fucking Canadians.
Canadians.
So here's
Get the real
the
movies
fucking
up there.
thing. You talk like you're Canadian. You are not from Canada. We have had this conversation.
He sounds Canadian to me.
I grew up right on the lake.
On the fucking American side of the lake.
You don't know that.
Yes,
I do. You've told me.
He didn't check my birth certificate.
Oh, okay. So either you're a liar or you're a liar. I wish I could podcast the look on your face right now. Well, either way, whether you were from Canada or America originally,
he's nice like a Canadian, though.
This is true, and it's weird. Thank you for being here, and I can't think of a better guest for Our first podcast in the end of days.
The brave new world that has such people in it.
I don't know how this is going to go, but like our next 4 episodes were events and they're all canceled because of life.
I can sit in for anyone you want me to. So let me know. I got 4 weeks ahead of me.
Yeah, it's going to be a long haul.
It's going to be rough.
We were going to do Harrisburg Beer Week. We got.
I got that. I'm Kevin from Harrisburg, so
that's true.
We were going to do Little Big Beer Fest. After that was the Bold Women in Beer Festival. Don't know if that's happening. No word on that.
No, that's postponed.
That has been.
Yeah, officially postponed.
Everett Brewfest, we already talked about. That's supposed to be after I'm in Chicago. August 14th, we're going to be at Poor Man's Brewing. If the
that's
world
literally our only thing on the calendar now.
Yeah,
Everything
if the
else
world
is
and them
canceled.
still exist.
What about August 29th when all of Dan's and Steph's shit gets canceled?
Oh,
It's possible, Kevin.
If
That's
the
true.
Hell Omega Tour gets canceled, I will cry myself to death.
That's also Tom's birthday.
It is. I know. You're
Our
right.
cousin Tom.
Yep. I
just saying that doesn't matter to anyone else.
No. Yep.
Just bringing it up.
Yep. Considering whether he knows it or not, he's my future roommate. But that's a different story for a different day.
Oh boy.
Well, you there listening to this, follow Prototype on, all of the aforementioned social media, but also follow Beer Busters at Beer Busters on Twitter and Instagram, Beer Busters Podcast on Facebook. Patreon.com/beerbusters is where you can find your way into Last Call, which we have just more or less decided that we are doing. And you get to watch those punishment videos for if and when we do them. This is not a great pitch for Patreon. Wayne, please jump in.
So yeah, obviously, here's the thing, and I was going to put this in a newsletter, but I'm just going to say it now. If you're out there listening and obviously shit's going crazy, everybody's in a weird, what are we doing now? We would just like you to understand that we love doing this podcast. We love talking about beer. We love all the shit we do, the podcast, the Patreon, the social media. But also, we don't make any money personally off of this, and we all also have actual real jobs, and we are all kind of preoccupied with, making sure those real jobs can continue. So please bear with us if we're a little sparse in content right now. We're just trying to, do life.
We're trying. We're trying to get through.
But we also want to connect and have a laugh and be cool and shit's crazy. This is if this was what we actually did for a living, we'd have a lot more time to sit around and do a bunch of shit. Unfortunately, it's not. We're all very busy. We're all still trying to work our day jobs. So that's just why we might be a little silent for a while because we're all just trying to survive.
And here's the thing for me, and I'm gonna break it down and be real for a moment. Dan
was not being real up until this very moment.
I was a total fraud up until right now.
Everything you said was a lie.
Years ago, and we've mentioned this through and through, I'm sure, on the podcast. I can think of examples.
Hither and yon.
The podcast kind of was born out of I wanted to be in radio and I couldn't find an on-air job, blah, blah, blah. Steph was going to start her own brewery. Wayne, you were doing the Zed Lab,
I'm just
design.
here, man. I'm just here.
Here's the thing. We're all just here. My philosophy in life these days is just fucking find a way to laugh. Find a way to laugh at something. And that's all I want to do is try to make people laugh. Have fun. It's weird. Life is weird right now. Just fucking find a way to laugh. And if you're here and you're laughing, thank you. If you're here and you're not laughing, I don't know what's wrong with you. But just fucking take a drink, take a step back, laugh, find a way to fucking get through. We're going to do it. And I'm very happy to be here alongside you, Wayne, physically alongside you. Steph, I wish you were here with us, and I know you're socially distancing, and we're all remote. And Kevin, I wish this could have been an in-person event like we were planning on tomorrow. And, it's just, life's fucking weird, man. We're all going to get through it. Just find the upside.
I'm glad it's not in person because you smell.
Oh.
I feel you. I feel you.
When's the last time Dan showered?
This afternoon had
Yeah.
Oh
almost
shit!
well,
And you smell already?
almost said
Eight-
morning. Almost said morning.
1759. What was that? The day?
300 BC.
23 AD.
Well, this has been this is what I needed for the week. So, Steph, Wayne, Kevin, thank you.
Let's wrap this
Thank
shit
you
up
so much for having me.
because I have to pee now. Of
course.
For real. We're gonna do a last call.
We still gotta
apparently.
do last call.
We
I
do,
know, but I'm
we
gonna
do.
pee.
I know.
You guys are gonna do the cold open.
Here's where I'm gonna hit the button on the soundboard. That is the outro. That almost sounds like "Drops of Jupiter" by Train. And it's weird. Life's weird, but we're gonna get through it. It's strange, but this is how we do it. Kevin, thank you for everything, not just tonight, but over the years.
It goes on longer than you think it does.
It does. It does go on longer than we think. Well, my
like
name is Dan
45 seconds.
Baker. I am joined by my co-host and brewologist.
Can Wayne always sing the outro?
It's not even the right song.
And of course, my co-host and brewologist. I think I already said that, but I don't know. Whatever. And
My name is
Wayne
Baker.
Wayne Baker.
Remember, no squids were harmed in the making of this episode. And we'll see you next time.
COVID-19. Don't you see what I mean?